back to another episode of the Hoodie and Headband podcast show. I'm your co-host, Bryce Warner.
Number code Street McDowell.
Actually, how you doing, my boy?
Man, your audio went way out. I didn't hear nothing but the end of it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro.
It should be straight though.
Let's not start this. Tariq,
But
I gotta ask you, how you been, my boy?
I've been good, man. I can't complain. Got a raise at the job. That's always good. Yeah. Which is funny, but we're not gonna speak on we're not gonna speak on why it's funny on the pod. That'll be an off the camera conversation. But yeah, I was cat sitting for like a week. Don't do that. Why you make that face, bro?
Real face.
Make that face, bro.
Real face. Hey, what did you say just now? For me to.
I said I was cat sitting for a week.
Oh, cat sitting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't making a face of that. I didn't hear what you said. You said something for a week. I was just like, yeah. No.
Okay. I thought you was making a face at what I heard. But yeah, been watching the playoffs. Injuries really been killing a good bit of these series. I mean, even if it's only they miss one game, it's still like a swing. It's a swing in the series. Like, yeah, John only missed one game, but they probably end up they could possibly win game one if you don't get hurt. Same goes for Giannis and the Bucks. Same goes for now De'Aaron and Sacramento, but we'll get to those. How was your week, bro?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm good, man. God is good. Life is good.
Man, that red shirt and khakis got that man cheesing. That boy LeBron, I'm just so happy to be here. Man, I love my life,
man. Oh man, I started a new job, bro. I ain't gonna give my location yet. That's federal. But
I mean, there's only like 2 places that have what I just said.
Right.
So if they paying
attention, I don't even wear khakis. I wear jeans. I mean, you wear your jeans or khakis. But
you cool, huh? You too cool for that.
Listen, I put the Jordans on today too, bro. I had to let them know. Who this was stepping in first day.
Not you trying to be swaggy in the. I ain't gonna say it.
Listen, man. People put on fits to go to this place, man. People, this ain't your average store. This ain't the average store.
Oh yeah, what kind of people put on fits to go to this store?
Not like fits, but like they make sure they look decent
now, what kind of
when
people?
They walking in there.
What kind of people?
Any type, Black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Yeah, people don't slack off when they walk into my new occupation.
Them boys try to keep that shit top secret.
Yeah, but no, man, I'm lit, man. Listen, man. Glad, I'm joyful. I'm blessed, thankful for this new opportunity. Yeah, man, just ready to get the ball rolling with it, man. Today was a good day. Yeah, go back. Another day, and another day, and another day, and another day.
I know you have better Jets.
Yes, sir. Yes, I wasn't too sold on
Rod Wave just now, bro. Yeah, you need to get. See, you don't even know that song, but you should know that song. That song is crazy.
Listen, no. One of my coworkers, right? So this is at one of my coworkers. Me and my new coworker were talking, and she was like, I don't know, we was talking about Rod Wave for some reason, and she was like, "Man, Rod Wave, all right." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Rod Wave."
Right.
Yeah, and she's like, "Yeah, it's something, it sounds cool, whatever." And then she said Rod Darius, and I just started laughing because we were tripping about that.
I said, you can put some respect on Rod Darius' name. He said, "No way, you just said that man whole name." Hold on, can I just say one thing before I let you get into your spill about your Jets? Steven Jackson is out here just saying stupid shit, bro.
Wait,
have you seen the shit? What are you referring to?
What are you referring to?
I mean, first off,
what are you referring to?
First off, the shit that he's been saying about Ja, just dumb. Like, Like, leave that shit for somebody else. Don't be trying to steer him in that direction because it worked. It worked out for you. Like, no, hell no. Second of all, that man said I watched a lot of LeBron games. I've seen a lot of
Oh
guys just let him
yeah.
score. Let him. Don't even attempt to guard him. So when I see somebody that's willing to take the challenge to make LeBron earn something, I love it.
Mm.
First of all, this Dillon Brooks we talking about. Dillon Brooks is not that guy. Dillon Brooks is not that guy. He's not. He's not the Undertaker. He barely even Dillon Brooks. He barely Dillon Brooks. LeBron might make him. LeBron gonna make him change his name type shit. Like, he talking about the media trying to make me a villain. And you come out here saying all this goofy shit that you say, and then expect people not to take that the way that you say it.
Give Brown a low blow, bro.
He said LeBron gotta earn my respect. He gotta give me 40 for me to respect him. Who the fuck are you? Dillon Brooks. Your name holds no weight.
Right.
Oh, a little bit. About 2 ounces compared to Bron. Come on now. Talking about the leading scorer of all time. Gotta give me 40 for me to respect.
Give you 40.
That man that scored 5,000 points in his career. The other one that scored damn near 40,000. What are we talking about here?
I don't know what the discussion is, man.
Like, Dillon Brooks might get an all defensive team. That's it.
Might. Bro. Listen, man. That's the type of confidence you gotta have in life, but at the same time, boy is wild.
Irrational confidence to get you fucked up too, though. And you know that.
Oh man. No,
and you know everybody know that.
Yeah.
Confidence will get you messed up out here in these real life situations. Now he in a real life situation going 1-on-1 with Bron. They down 24-7. Them boys said LeBron, 8 points, 4 for 4 shooting, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Dillon Brooks, 0 points, 0 for 4 from the field, 2 turnovers. Them boys was down 24-7 before the game even started. I'm like, boy, get the fuck out of here.
That was in the first quarter.
That wasn't even the end of the first quarter. That was like 5 minutes in.
Dog, that was bad. That was bad.
Nah, like, what are we doing? Like, Dillon Brooks is really
I'm gonna say like 2 cents about Aaron Rodgers, and we can get right into the Lakers Grizzlies. So, got the news today. Aaron Rodgers will be part of the New York Jets, finally, officially. Right? I wasn't all right. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't sold on it. I wasn't sold on it at first because it was all talk. It was talk, you know. And Lamar Jackson was still out there. Those who know me knows I'm a Lamar Jackson guy. So I was like, man, I would love for Lamar Jackson, whatever. You know, one of my favorite players, not whatever. And then like Aaron Rodgers was like, oh, I intend to play for New York Jets this year. I'm just like, all right. It's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it could be like a Brady situation where he dumbs out and plays good. I mean, he has a good team around him. You know, you got both the offensive and defensive rookie of the year on the same team. You got Breece Hall coming back after the good part of his rookie season that he had for his injury. Jets defense has been one of the better defenses in the league, or one of the up and coming defenses in the league, I should say. They're a couple moves away, couple guys away from being a threat for real, you know. So yeah, I'm excited. You know, I am moved because the deal is made, but I ain't gonna speak too much. I don't know. I'm not too hyped. I'm hyped. I ain't too hyped because it's end of the day. It's the New York Jets. Okay, it's the New York Jets. End of the day, it's the New York Jets. Things off yet, whatever. But it's an upgrade for sure. Zach Wilson, you need to find yourself some streaming equipment or whatever, because you were not soon up for the New York Jets this season. But yeah, man. We get into it, man. So yeah.
Hold on, I got something
to say. Go ahead.
I got one more goofy of the week.
One goofy of the week. Okay.
I got one more goofy of the week.
Mm-hmm.
None other than Phil Jackson.
Oh my God, we don't gotta spend too much time on that, bro. We don't gotta give energy to that, man.
All I'm gonna say is,
don't have to give energy to that, man, bro.
All I'm gonna say is, you made a living, you made a career, you made a Hall of Fame career of a Michael Jordan, a black man. Scottie Pippen, a black man. Kobe Bryant, a black man. Shaq, a black man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dang, I know love for Derek Fisher.
Not from Matt Barnes.
Nah, man.
But
But
I
all right,
said no love for Derek Fisher. Oh, he coached Melo too. That's 5th. That's a 5.
he ain't Coach Melo.
Or he was the
No.
GM.
He screwed. No. We not crediting that. No. He
was
screwed.
the
Listen,
president of the team.
them boys, they didn't make the playoffs under him. I'm not even a Knicks fan, all right? I like Melo, all right? He messed up Melo legacy, okay? Did not make the playoffs in the 4 to 5 years that Phil Jackson was in that front office. That man was sleeping during pre-draft workouts.
The boy wanted Lamar
Odom.
Odom.
That was him drafting Porzingis.
He wanted Lamar Odom.
Right. I love Lamar Odom. Got mad respect for Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom, a slept-on player in his generation, like real slept-on. Really one of them ones. But no, Phil Jackson's judgment was not the best. But yeah, let's get to it. NBA playoffs. Like you mentioned, Lakers, Grizzlies. I guess you can start with that series. Lakers, Grizzlies. Lakers up what? 2-1? Lakers are up 2-1.
Game 1. Grizzlies won game 2 without Ja.
And then they won
game 3
7-8
in LA.
Yeah. Which is crazy, bro. That game was crazy. Because obviously because like we mentioned, the start of the game was crazy. It was insane because the Lakers just went crazy. Lakers, I don't even know. They doubled their score. Oh, it was bad. It was bad for the Grizzlies. Bad start to the game for the Grizzlies. Then John Morant woke up and dropped 20 points in the second half. I know it's second straight? Half. 22 straight. That was even the third or the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. It was late game too.
Shoot. It was late game. Yeah.
Fourth quarter to the end of fourth quarter.
It brought them within single digits, I believe.
Mm-hmm. They a couple of possessions go their way. They make a couple of shots that they missed at the end, and they got a better chance of winning.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel like the rest of the series is going to go with Ja Morant's hand injury? And
I think
with the Grizzlies in general.
I think if the Grizzlies can get this game tonight, I think it flips the series back in Memphis' favor. Because obviously, Ja getting hurt in the fourth quarter of game 1, the Lakers going to run. Austin Reeves has his on him moment. Rui Hachimura, turned into Olympic Rui Hachimura. I don't even know what he played like in the Olympics, but I'm assuming it's something like that. And then, they end up winning that game. Game 2 comes around. LA already knows they got at least one off on the road. They don't take the Memphis as seriously as they should. Fucking what's the old boy name from Michigan State? What's his name?
Xavier Tillman.
Xavier Tillman, fucking out there cooking AD with fucking drop spin moves and shit, hitting. Bro,
that came out of nowhere. Talking about being ready for your moment.
Hit him with a Hakeem Olajuwon ass. He hit him with a dribble over the rim. I said, "Oh no, what the fuck is going on out here, bro?"
Nah, that was a conversation in the gym, man. How we were talking about listen, that was a combo in the gym because we was talking about bench players, role players, just cutting up in the playoffs, and then somebody was like, "Bro, you have to realize the 12th man on the NBA roster was Mr. Basketball in his state, or whatever." You have to realize,
bro,
whoever is the 12th man on their roster, even G Leaguers. Even G Leaguers.
It's like Bree Bill. In college, everybody thought she couldn't score, but in high school, she broke the scoring record.
She didn't score in Illinois.
But we didn't see that shit at South Carolina. We was like, what I said.
You said if Bree Bill making threes, the game is over. All right.
She make 2. Go ahead and shake hands. Go ahead and throw the ball. Put the ball out. Because
the group chat tell them it's a wrap.
Honestly, though. Like, ain't shit you can do about that. Nah, let me chill.
But yeah, no, that was crazy to see Xavier Tillman go off like that.
But honestly, every player on Memphis played well. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't really want to give
they're
Dillon
well
Brooks no
rounded
credit.
team, good coach
But
team.
Tyus Jones, I mean, if he's not the best backup point guard in the league, I don't know who is.
Right.
He's just so solid. I mean, he's led the league in assist turnover ratio since he's been in the league. He had 8 assists, 1 turnover. Real steady, not gonna make no mistakes. And that's what you need when your best player, and especially your best player is a point guard. You need that backup point guard to step into the role. And there, I mean, obviously there's a drop off, but in terms of production and getting other people involved, there's no real drop off. I mean, Xavier Tillman went 10 of 13 from the floor, bro, and had 13 rebounds. The boy had a career night on Anthony Davis. That is criminal, honestly. Because, like, other than that, no one else really shot the ball well. I mean, Luke Kennard played well, but they just made timely shots. They wasn't really, like, they didn't, I mean, they outplayed, they more so out hustled and outworked the Lakers. They didn't outshoot them because Dillon Brooks went 5 for 14. Jaren Jackson Jr. went 5 for 12. Desmond Bane went 6 for 18. Tyus Jones himself went 4 for 11. Santi Aldama went 0 for 3. Like, nobody really shot the lights out the ball except for Xavier Tillman. So, like, the rest of that just means LA played terrible. I mean, and they did. I mean, I wouldn't say they played like absolutely horrendous. I mean, but you get 4 for 14 from Anthony Davis, that shows up. You get 5 for 12 from Austin Reeves, 2 for 11 from D'Angelo Russell. LeBron did his thing, which is crazy that Dillon Brooks came out and said that shit after he did, because he went 12 for 23. The boy shot 52% on you. It's just wild. But I think Memphis, they came out and they had a better start to the game. They had some confidence. They knew that the Lakers were going to try to downplay the fact that they didn't have Ja playing, and they knew that they've been in this situation before. Not necessarily. I mean, even in the playoffs last year, they had to play without Ja against the Warriors, and they fucking smoked them by damn near 50. So it's not like, oh, this has never happened to us. Like, they were like, oh well, Ja gonna miss a game. We'll be straight. We'll get this win, and then he's gonna come back. And then game 3, you know, those same players, they were still missing the same amount of shots. They just wasn't making those extra plays that they were making in game 2. So game 4 is gonna be about, can they make shots, timely shots. Like, when it gets to the playoffs, it's more about timely shots than it is about like just crazy shot making. Like, yeah, you need tough shot makers, but you also need players that can make shots when you like, oh, we down 6 and we don't want to go down 8 or 9. So we need somebody to make a bucket. So now we only down 4. And then that gets chipped back down. If you don't have those type of players on your team, like, I don't mean no disrespect, but if I'm a Grizzlies fan and we down 6, Dillon Brooks shoot that shit, I'm assuming we got to be down 10.
Bro,
he gonna shoot a 3. That shit gonna be
turn the channel. Dillon Brooks
honestly
shooting threes and y'all down. It's fourth quarter. I need a 3. Dillon Brooks shoot that. Dillon Brooks square up this shoot.
Like, Dillon Brooks is not the worst shooter in the world, but like, just I don't know, bro. Like I said the other night, or like
I don't like him.
I don't know if it was last week or the week before.
Listen,
his silhouette of his shot is just like, I don't want that. No, I don't want to see that.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I don't like Dillon Brooks. I don't. I can't stand him. You know, I don't dislike a lot of players. It's a handful of players I dislike. Dillon Brooks has earned a spot on that list. On that list, man. Man is annoying as hell. Just, oh my gosh, bro.
Man, and see, the crazy thing is, I liked his game at Oregon. I liked him his first couple years in the league, but this year he's just been super extra for no reason. Just like,
bro.
And it's like,
no reason.
Certain dudes have to do this to stay in the league. He was gonna stay in the league regardless. He's a talented player. He's just not an upper echelon player, but he talks like he's an upper echelon player.
He talks like he's an all-star snub.
I mean,
he talks like he's an all-star snub.
Yeah,
but ain't even had no consideration to be an all-star this year.
Yeah, in a certain way, he's worse than Pat Bev, because Pat Bev is not gonna go out there and be like,
"Yo, I like Pat Bev."
Steph not giving me 30 tonight. He like, no. I need to get extra night of rest to go guard Steph. I need to get him in the parking lot before he even gets to the arena to guard Steph tonight. Dillon Brooks like, ain't nobody giving me 40. Ain't nobody doing this to me. I'm Dillon Brooks. Who the fuck is Dillon Brooks? That shit don't hold no weight. That shit holds no fucking weight. You talk all that shit. You talked all that shit about LeBron.
Who
It lasted what, 2 quarters? Or yeah, lasted 2 quarters. Got ejected. Punching my
got
boy
ejected for
in his
punching
family
Bronny
jewels.
James.
Come on, man, what we doing? I'm like, nah.
He wanna be Draymond too much.
That boy want to be a champion so
we
bad.
didn't even get to talk about that.
Yeah, we didn't. We're gonna get to that series.
Yeah, we gonna get to it. But yeah, man. Wait, game 4 tonight.
Yep.
Well,
I mean,
game 4 being
before
concluded
we move to game 4,
by the time you guys are tuned into the show. But yeah,
before we move to game 4, look, like I said, Ja went crazy. He had 45 points on 50% shooting, went 6 of 10 from 3, had one of his best games, and had 13 assists, one of the best games he ever had. And that shit didn't matter because they still lost the game. You got Dillon Brooks. Now again, Dillon Brooks, and it. How many shots do you, or what do you think Dillon Brooks' shot chart looked like?
bro probably went like 3 for 15.
3 for what?
15.
He was 3 for 13. But the crazy part
Oh
is,
my god!
the crazy part is though, he got ejected at halftime or like right after half, so he only played 19 minutes. That boy went 3 for 13 in one half. Yo, we really stomping on damn Dillon Brooks' grave right now, but as we should. Like, I mean, then Tyus Jones came off the bench. He was 0 for 7. Jerry Jackson Jr. was 4 for 12. Obviously, Xavier Tillman wasn't going to go crazy again. He was 3 for 5. But they need timely shots. They need players to make, shots when they need them. And that's the thing that they're kind of missing is they don't have an elite second scorer. Like, yeah, Desmond Bain can give you 20, but you would rather him be your third scorer, or him and Jaren Jackson Jr. share the role of your third scorer. You don't want to have to rely on Desmond Bain, like creating off the dribble, coming off a pick and roll. Like, yeah, he can score, he can do that, but you don't want to have to rely on that in the playoff series, especially when you got LeBron on the other side. You got AD on the other side. Like, those two are proven. You know exactly what you're gonna get with them. You know what you're gonna get with Ja. After that, it's like we living with anybody else that shoots the ball. Really, I mean, yeah, like Luke Kennard, he led the league in 3-point shooting. He only shot 4 shots, shot 1 3. So if you keep him from shooting good looks at 3, everybody else we living with. I mean, obviously you don't want Desmond Bain to get open looks at 3 because he's gonna knock them shit down. But he also takes unnecessarily deep threes. Like, bro, take a step in. You ain't gotta shoot from the hash when you wide open. It makes no sense to me. Like, why players now are like, I understand it to a certain degree, like, oh, it helps with spacing, but you ain't gotta stand at the hash, and then as soon as you catch that bitch, you shoot it. Like, that shit gonna be cash every time. Like, you knock that dude. It's just like that's just not your game. So, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to be better as well. Like, he only had 5 rebounds. That's not enough. If Desmond Bain got the same amount of rebounds as you, that's not good. I mean, you got to be better. AD was way better in Game 3. Dominant, had 17 boards, multiple blocks. LeBron was LeBron, and the role player stepped up again for the Lakers. Austin Reeves was 50% from the field. Rui Hachimura was 60% from the field. And really, if you get your best LeBron and you get your best AD, or not even your best, but if you get an efficient LeBron and AD, then you don't even need nothing crazy from Austin Reeves and Rui or D'Angelo Russell. You just need them to be efficient too in their shots. Because if D'Angelo Russell go 2 for 12, Austin Reeves go 1 for 13, some shit like that, then that's when it's like, all right, who else will score at that point? But if you can get your second, third, or your third, fourth, and fifth players to be efficient, then that's when you come in That's when you come in and you're like, all right, we got a chance to beat this team that's supposed to be better than us. And on paper, and as a team, Memphis looks better, but they don't necessarily have the personnel to like be a dominant team against a team like the Lakers. So we'll just have to see. If they win tonight, then the series flips. But if they don't win tonight, this series over. And LA is going to play. Looks like they're going to play Golden State because my boy De'Aaron broke his fucking finger, so he's doubtful for tomorrow's game.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? So you think the series flips if Memphis wins tonight? In terms of
Yeah, because it'll be 2-2.
They'll get a game
going
back to Memphis.
Yeah.
And then I mean, I feel like if they definitely get a game tonight, they can definitely get another game in LA. Yeah. So no, I'd agree with that.
Memphis,
you know, and Lakers, they have a chance to secure home court and be one step closer to getting the job done. But I guess we can go on to the next series. Golden State and Sacramento, as you mentioned. This has been a fun series all the way around. Only thing ain't fun with it.
Fun series.
Only thing that hasn't been fun about these whole playoffs is the injuries. Got too many injuries, man. Got Giannis, Tyler in the same game. Whatchamacallit? Ja. Who else?
Victor.
Vic. Oh man, praise the Vic. Praise the Vic,
man. Praise the Victor, man. That shit hurt my heart, bro. I can't even lie.
Did I say Ja?
Yeah, you said Ja.
I said Tyler,
who else got hurt?
Ja, Vic.
That might be it.
And then B got hurt, bro.
And B, we don't know what his timetable is.
Embiid a baby, bro. I got a bone to pick with Mr. Embiid, all right? Embiid a little baby, all right? Listen, he a little baby, a little punk, all right? All the MVP talk out the window. No, not my MVP. Listen.
Who your MVP now?
Embiid, Jokic.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Listen. Doggone, the way he acted in that series against the Nets, right? Man got pumped by Nick Claxton. And shout out to Nick Claxton. Brother, man. Building, man. Let's stand up. Anyways. Pumped that boy on national TV. In Barclays. Had that boy frazzled. So much. Like, bro. Like, how did he not get ejected? How is that not a flagrant 2 for the kick? That was a blatant kick. Get your weight up, bro. You got dunked on, bro. So be it. You got dunked on. Get your weight up. He like. Let me chill. I'm trying not to curse. All right. I got some choice words from this Embiid. But I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying to keep it clean. You know I'm a curse on the pod, but it's not hip hop. That ain't hoop. That ain't hoop right there, Mr. Embiid. You want to kick people because they stepping over you? Man, get your weight up, all right? Get your weight up. Dunk on him back. 2. Understand how that wasn't an ejection, but me mugging him later gets ejected. It's his thing. And the refs pick on Nick Claxton because all season, when Nick Claxton has a good game and he starts, talking his ish, refs start calling tags. If he was an all-star, so it was like, nah, you can't be doing all that, man. Tech, ejected that man. Beat a pump, bro. Beat a pump. All right. And it's like, I don't know, man. But shout out to the Nets. Shout out to the season they had. They got swept again. This one don't hurt like last year one did. It just doesn't hurt. It just doesn't hurt. It's like, all right. They got swept.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They got swept because Let me stop. I was about to go in, but
Because they what?
they got swept. I said they got. I was about to say they got swept because they emotional as point guard.
Woo! Not the emotional point guard.
Man, no, listen,
Crazy.
bro. I'm glad he's Dallas's problem and not our problem anymore.
The boy's not even in
Glad
the
he's
playoffs.
Dallas's problem and not our problem. But there's a lot that needs to happen. A lot that needs to get changed, especially Dinwiddie. I hope you don't suit up for Brooklyn Nets next year. Hope you start some tech company, tech startup, whatever. Because you definitely need to be focused on that. Then focus on suiting up for Brooklyn Nets next season, bro. Like what you did out there in those playoffs, abysmal. Disgrace. Shot selection, horrible. Joe Harris, shoot 10%. 10%. Threes. No, he shot 10% from the three this year in the playoffs, man. Like Portland, Joe Harris.
Didn't you pick him in some draft we did? And they fucking picked you to win? Yeah. We drafted a team this year. And you drafted Joe
It was
Harris
like I did
over Seth Curry, over Yuta Watanabe, and motherfucker said, yeah, Bryce got the best roster. You picked a player that shot 10% from three, and they said, yeah, Bryce got the best roster.
He's a professional playoff choker, dog. It happened in 2021, happened last year, and it happened this year. Man, just forgot how to shoot when it's the postseason, man. When it's April, May, June. No, not even June. We didn't even get to June yet. But April, May, what was June? It was Juneteenth, 2021, when he missed that wide open shot against the Bucks in Game 7.
You sound surprised.
Tariq, I had a great Juneteenth that year. Not a good Juneteenth. Until that game, and it should be lost. Because I ain't do nothing. People was like, yo, you coming out tonight? No. It was on. Catch y'all after this game, maybe.
Depending on how it go, huh?
I was so upset.
Did not go to plan.
I was so upset.
Can we get Jimmy
so
some fucking help, man?
But point is, man, Brooklyn needs to make some changes. All right. And that change.
Y'all about to get
Sorry, we're about to get Damian Lillard, bro. We're about to get Dame Dollar, man. Man's courtside of the game.
He gonna want to leave too.
No. He wants to play with Mikal Bridges.
They send him
no. They're not sending Mikal. They're not sending Mikal to Portland. They're not sending Mikal to Portland. No. Send Mikal to Portland.
Oh, nigga crazy. Got him on.
Sending Ben Simmons, Joe Harris.
I didn't hear nothing you said.
Dinwiddie, Spencer Dinwiddie. They sent Joe Harris, Spencer Dinwiddie, Ben Simmons, picks, and maybe Steph Curry.
Who the fuck is taking that for Dame?
The Portland Trailblazers are taking that for Dame.
No, they not. No, that's terrible.
Hey,
when you could get an OG and something else and some picks, you would rather get fucking some role players, some old role players at that. No, hell no.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. Hey,
what them old role players gonna do for them young players?
Help them tank.
Nothing but take up minutes.
Rebuild mode,
take
man.
Up minutes.
They don't gotta keep them. They can trade them. They can trade Joe to Portland and then to China. Come on now.
Nah, that's great.
Get Eric Bledsoe in return.
China. You said Eric Bledsoe in return?
Get Eric, bro. They can trade. Listen, I don't know if you can trade cross leagues like that, but hey,
he gonna rig that trade now.
You need to send him and Spencer Dinwiddie to China, though. Spencer Dinwiddie can work on some high tech stuff out there.
Now I've been trying to tell that boy about Spencer Dinwiddie for years.
Dude. You really have. You really have.
Nice.
You really have. And I was just me. It was just me being a fan of my team and just a fan of everybody else on my team and supporting everybody else on my team that got on my basketball takes. But I don't know, man. Especially Dinwiddie, bro. Everybody's like, nah. Like the sequel ain't
Nah,
as good as
exactly.
the original. The sequel was
The
not as good as the
sequel,
original.
the original wasn't
But
even that good.
the
Y'all just thought
original
it
wasn't
was.
even all that. We didn't need a sequel. When they come up with sequels and stuff that didn't need a sequel, this was one of them.
Like White Man Can't Jump.
That's something else. I feel like I don't know. It looks like a good movie. Looks like it'd be a good movie, right? But it's something else, and it'd been a better movie. Now I got the standard of White Man Can't Jump there.
Sure
Now I
do.
see how they try to remake some scenes. Jack Harlow girlfriend gotta be trying out for Jeopardy. I'm not watching it, bro. Just like the original. Shorty gotta be trying out for Jeopardy, or I'm not watching. She gotta be a super brain, or I'm
Oh,
not
you
watching it.
stupid. Get the rebound.
But yeah, no. All right, we can move on from the Nets, and we can go ahead and move on to the
Well,
what other
we
series?
was on
Oh,
Sacramento and Golden State. We
yeah,
didn't finish.
Warriors Sacramento theme team versus the town.
Jimmy Butler.
Man, that boy down
I'm
5.
behind. Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm behind. Don't say
Continue.
Yeah, man. That man Draymond over here stomping on motherfuckers' sternums and shit.
Oh my god, bro, he ain't just stomped. Man put his foot down and then jumped off of him.
He what?
He put his foot down, then jumped off of him.
He stomped and then jumped off that nigga. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like planted, yeah, like planted his
That
foot
boy was
down,
on his Kirk
and
Franklin
then
now.
jumped off. Yeah, yeah.
Stomp.
Hey, I say stomp.
Stomp.
No, I remember listening to 21 Savage. You remember that song? Just stepping on. Hey, you know, hey. Missing out. Anyways, but yeah, brother, the 8-town stomp on the Sabonis. Granted, the Sabonis did grab his ankle
And
on
he
his way
also could have
down
been
from
going to grab his
falling,
face. He was covering his face
and
too now.
I don't know. I looked at it. Cause see, part of me was like, all right, he was just falling, whatever. And now I looked at it at a couple angles. I'm like, no, he kind of grabbed his ankle there, bro. Like he saw his leg there and grabbed it.
They was both in the wrong, but like
They're both in the
somebody grab your.
wrong.
But like it's Draymond. You got like he got to think like, let me not step the fuck on this nigga chest, cause I'm Draymond. That shit gonna look crazy if I do it, cause I've been doing this shit for 7 years.
Listen, man. Draymond, yo,
Finals
I
was
don't
doing
like
shit
how
like that.
I don't like how Draymond got suspended. Draymond got suspended based on his past occurrences, but it's like
That's been happening for years.
that has been happening for years. Yeah,
Your
same thing
guy
with the
started
Morris
that
twins.
shit. Your guy started that. David Stern started that shit. Why you think motherfuckers get texts every game? Because they do the same shit every night. It's because of the past. It's not specifically what they do in the night. Draymond gets text every night. Luka gets text every night. Fucking Rasheed Wallace gets text every night. Because the rest already knew what they was
DeMarcus
gonna
Cousins.
do. The rest
DeMarcus Cousins
already knew
is
what they
they
was
getting
gonna
text.
do because of their past. Everybody knows Draymond gonna do some fuck shit at some point in a series. It's a given. You know he gonna do some
It took
stupid
away.
shit.
It took what 2 games? It took 2 games in the first round for him to do something crazy. This is a record for Draymond.
Literally.
Look, we don't get wild Draymond until like conference finals at least.
I mean, Steven Adams wasn't even out
No,
there.
conference semifinals. Oh wow!
Chill.
You need to pack him up. Pack him
Come on,
up,
Jimmy.
man.
Come on, Jimmy.
The heat on the deer, man. Cook the deer. Cook the deer. Turn the heat up on the deer. Let's go, man.
Kyle?
Turn the heat up on these
Oh, that's
bucks.
Caleb!
Turn the heat up on the bucks. Turn the heat up on these bucks, man.
The Jalen Brunson!
Bucks.
Jalen Brunson! I don't know what the fuck that shit means, but that shit tough. I can't lie. Oh, we still up?
In this though.
Jimmy! Jimmy Butler! Yes, sir. Turn me up. Turn me up. All right. back to the regular schedule program. Sorry, the Heat.
Turn the heat up on
Heat
the
just
Bucks,
took the
man.
Heat just went up on an 11-0 run. Take the
Turn the
lead
heat up on the
with
Bucks.
3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We about to go. We go 3-1. It's gonna get spicy. All right.
Turn the heat up on the Bucks, man. Anyways,
game 3, Sacramento was up 2-0. I mean, almost anybody was gonna say Sacramento won the first 2, Golden State win the next 2. So game 3, Golden State, they win. Kevon Looney had a great game, 20 rebounds, 9 assists, great, best game he's ever had. He's had some really good games in the playoffs, especially the last couple of years. Last season he was really, really, really good. Andrew Wiggins had a really good game. He had 20. Steph, my God. Last week we talked about shot making. I mean, damn. This man be shooting shots that I'm like nobody else. Like, if somebody else shoot that shot, you're like, why the fuck did you shoot that? Steph shoot it, and you're like, oh, that shit cash. Like, it's just crazy the difference in like thought processes when Steph shoots a crazy looking shot and everybody else shoots one. Like it, and it's also crazy what's a tough shot for Steph and what's a tough shot for everybody else. Because Steph, I mean, he hit one last night or like yesterday, like evening, where he was like, he barely had the ball in his hands. He got fouled and he just like flung it up there. But it was like actual shot. There was actual shot motion somehow, and that shit went in. It was like, how do you even guard that? Like, it really don't even make sense. Like, Steph is literally like, there's not enough words to describe like how unreal he is. Like, he's really different when it comes to shot making. It's just a blast to watch. Like, to be able to say like, oh yeah, I watched the best shooter ever play basketball. That's a blessing, bro. I can't lie.
I want to see Steph in
I know a lot of people like.
he retires.
I know a lot of people. Man, what? I know a lot of people like, hey man, I got to watch Michael Jordan. I got to watch Magic. Nigga, I got to watch Steph Curry shoot the ball. What?
I feel like our generation of players is crazy. Just thinking about it. Like, you got Steph,
We got to watch
LeBron.
Steph and Clay.
You got Steph, LeBron. You got
KD.
Whatchamacallit, KD. I saw KD play a couple times.
Cole.
I'm talking about kids like that.
T-Mac.
Oh.
T-Wade. Melo.
Yeah.
We saw some fucking scores. The AI.
I saw Melo in person too for the first game I went to. Yeah,
first scores, bro. Some fucking scores in our lifetime, bro. That shit is crazy. Like, yeah, y'all niggas had Charles Barkley. That's cool. Nigga, I had fucking KG, nigga, Tim Duncan, Dirk. Like, come on now. Like, oh, dunk that, Jimmy. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, hell no. Oh!
Nah, Kyle Lowry did not just do that.
Oh, chill out. What did he do? He did some dumb shit. I already know he did some dumb shit. He laughed too hard.
Oh, man. Playoff Kyle Lowry in full effect.
Damn, no way, Drew? Oh, hell nah. Man, I'm stressed. I bet you Kyle did some dumb shit. I already know he did some stupid shit. Oh, hell no. What are you doing? Oh, my God. Who? Kyle, what are you doing?
I said, everybody owes Kyle Lowry an apology. That man turned the ball over in contact.
That's a miscommunication. I ain't even mad at Kyle. Like, Duncan could have came off the screen. It's just miscommunication. Oh, that's ours. Bro, that shit at the top of the backboard. How that shit? Come on, bro. What are we talking about? How's that not our ball? Damn. You got me stressing, man. We go 3-1. Come on, man. We need to go 3-1. We got Caleb Martin bringing the ball to the court. This shit is crazy. So, give me something, Jimmy. Oh, that's tough. I don't know about that one. Oh, he got fouled. Good shit. Drew Holiday cannot guard him. Drew Holiday cannot guard him. All
But
right.
no, this is
And
crazy. I
then
mean, yeah, we are recording during whatchamacallit,
y'all just
Milwaukee,
gonna have to
Miami.
suffer through this because I'm a Heat fan, man.
Oh!
Chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out.
I'm ahead. I'm sorry. I'm ahead. I'm sorry. I'm ahead. I'm sorry.
Damn. He's
Damn,
smiling too
bruh.
hard. I don't like that shit. He's
Damn,
smiling too
bruh.
hard. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. He's smiling too hard.
Cooking, dog.
He got me stressing. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I hate being behind in streams, bro. Y'all getting a live reaction, bro. This is different. Y'all getting a live reaction. Oh, hell nah, bro. Y'all let Brooke dunk that?
Fine, bro. Dog. I swear.
Brooke got
Oh my
33?
gosh! Dog! Whoa!
Jimmy!
Man,
50.
man.
Jimmy, lock up. Jimmy. Go get a bucket, Jimmy. Go get a bucket. Pull up.
Watch this. Watch it.
Whoa. Oh! Jimmy Butler. Oh my God. He's top 5. Top 5 in the league. I don't care what nobody got to say.
Man.
When it comes to this playoff shit, Jimmy Butler is different. Oh my God. He's different. No, they call that a 2? Still tough. I don't care. Oh my God. Jimmy is
Right now, man. Oh my gosh, bro.
Stupidly
What?
locked in right now. Stupidly locked in right now, bro. What are we talking about? Wow. Jimmy is that dude, bro. Wow. That's crazy. Game ain't over yet, though. Game ain't over yet, but damn. Wow. Ooh. Went to South Carolina? Girl.
What?
Pow. South Carolina.
What?
Come on now.
That's the birdie.
Come on now.
The birdie that landed in the nest.
I knew it.
That's the birdie that landed in the nest.
They had posted, or somebody had posted a picture with her family at South Carolina, and I was like, all right.
That's the birdie that landed in the nest. Because he Don tweeted already. Birdie landed in the nest. I was like, oh.
Come on now. They're going to have to wake up on Tahina. They're going to have to wake up on Tahina.
Bro, her and
they have to wake up.
Malaysia next year?
Breezy?
Crazy.
Her, Breezy, and Raven? That's a crazy backcourt, frontcourt combo. Oh, we got the steal. Go get a bucket, Jimmy. Don't even slow it down. You got to foul though.
That's crazy. There's a lot of craziness going on right now. Man.
Come on now.
Himmy Butler, man. Himmy Butler. Himmy Butler, dog. Himmy Butler. Himmy buckets. Damn. That's crazy.
Himmy fucking Butler. Timothy, whatever the fuck you want to call him. That's who he is. Oh my goodness. He's fucking
man was
crazy.
Homeless. That's crazy.
What the fuck? That's some George. That's not George. That's some Holly Rowe type shit. That's some Holly Rowe ass
The man
shit.
came from nothing.
This nigga having one of his best moments as a pro. That nigga said that nigga was homeless.
He came from nothing.
That's
Guy
so
out here stunting,
crazy.
one of the best players in the league, man.
That's
People
so
wrote Jimmy
crazy.
out, bro. People
He
counted him out.
said,
He was undrafted, wasn't he?
no, he was not. He was a first round pick. He was the 30th pick. He was the 30th pick
Okay.
in the draft.
Well, late first round pick.
That nigga
Anyway,
said he was
they
homeless.
counted this man out. They counted this man out. No joke. That's no joke. Tariq trying to make this funny. It's no joke.
No, I'm fucking crying.
Man out here.
Because that was
man,
just a funny ass way to go about saying that. Like,
bro,
not, oh, he getting
this
bucket.
man came from nothing. Dropping 50 plus in the playoffs on the Bucks. Put some respect with him buckets, all right? All right.
Come on.
Get back to let's try to get back to our regularly scheduled programming, all right? Let's try to get back to our regularly scheduled program. We still have more playoff series to talk about. So, we talked Golden State. Did we talk Golden State? We kind of did, but not really. Like that's what.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
Quick run through real quick. Game 4. Keegan Murray, he showed up. Shout out to Keegan Murray. Had his first good playoff game as a rookie. Sabonis played okay. He had some mistakes down the stretch, and Sacramento could have won this game multiple different times late in the game. They was forcing some shots. They wasn't getting good shots. They wasn't running plays late. Malik Monk forced a layup over 2 players on a fast break when he didn't need to. Could have pulled it out, ran a play. Could have pulled it out, got the ball back, run a better play. Kevon Huerter has been his name is Kevin again. Kevin Huerter has been a non-factor in the playoffs so far.
Man, Kevon, you about to give him an invitation to the kickout next?
No. He's Kevon when he's hitting shots. When he's Kevin when he's
name
not.
Is Kevin. His name is Kevin Huerter.
No. When he
get on fire, I'm call him Kevin.
When he get on fire, he's Kevon Huerter. Just like Kevon, it's spelled the same way as Kevon Looney.
His name is Kevin. Mama named him Kevin. I'm gonna call him Kevin.
Hey, if Kevin Durant start hooping, I might call him Kevon too. Kevin. He looked like a Kevon. A Kevon, actually. He looked like a Kevon. But yeah, I mean, De'Aaron went crazy. Steph went crazy. Clay had his best game in the series. Dre had some defensive plays at the end.
That's all.
They did both Draymond and Steph, mostly Draymond, helped Steph on the last possession with De'Aaron, forcing to pass that shit to Harrison Barnes. I knew that shit was a brick. As soon as that shit came to him, I was like, fuck. He not making that shit. Like, some shots I'd be like, damn, I don't know. Like, most game-winning shots, I expect to miss because I don't want to be let down by a miss. So I expected to be a miss. But he shot that bitch, and I knew that shit was I knew it was going to be a miss immediately. I don't know why. Just the second it touched his hands, I was like, oh, he don't want that. He don't want that at all. I would have rather him pass it to Malik Monk for a contested 3 than pass that shit to Harrison Barnes for a wide open 3. And I know that shit sound crazy, but I done seen Harrison Barnes miss too many big 3s for me to put it in his hands with a wide open shot and be like, yeah, hit that shit for me, all right? That would have been crazy if he did, though. You know, hitting a game-winning 3 at the buzzer in Golden State to go up 3-1 over your old team, that would be crazy. But, you know, he did. He missed. But this is, I mean, the Kings didn't play. The Kings still haven't played their best game, in my opinion. They still haven't played their best basketball. Like, they've had players play well, but they haven't had their full tandem of players play well at the same time. Like, game 1 was De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. Game 2, De'Aaron Fox had another good game, but Malik Monk didn't have a fantastic game. It was De'Aaron and Davion Mitchell making plays. And then game 3, you know, it was still De'Aaron. Malik Monk didn't really do much. And then game 4, you had De'Aaron Fox showed up. Keegan Murray had his best game. Sabonis had some moments. But other than that, you know, the players like Malik Monk, Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter aren't making the plays when they need to, aren't making the shots when they need to. And Malik Monk is a streaky guy, so he's gonna be in and out of hot streaks. But this game 5 is gonna be very pivotal. I think whoever wins this game 5 ends up winning the series. Um, I think it better favors Sacramento at this moment because they get 2 home games. But
Yep.
if they
You
lose
know,
game
Golden State
five,
is at home.
if they lose game 5, this series is over. Because I don't see them going. I don't see them going into the Chase Center and winning game 6, facing elimination. Also, without De'Aaron Fox now, nah, I don't know if I even see him win a game 5. So, if De'Aaron Fox is out for the rest of the series is over. Um, and it sucks because the
Sadly.
Kings are playing really good basketball. As a collective unit, they weren't all playing great basketball at the same time, but they all had individual great moments. And being up 2-0 on the defending champions, being tied 2-2 for the defending champions is nothing to sneeze about. I mean, they've been playing at a high level all season. They deserve to be in this moment. They deserve to be in this type of game or in this type of series with defending champions. But sometimes Lady Luck is just not in your favor. Doesn't look like De'Aaron Fox will play game 5. If he don't play game 5, they're gonna lose. Time will tell on game 6. But I'm just tired of injuries just playing such a key role in playoffs year after year. I mean, every year. I mean, we can go back years and years to different play like injuries just throwing off the playoffs, whether it be Derrick Rose getting hurt or fucking I don't know, fucking Kawhi getting hurt against the Spurs or against the Warriors or KD and Clay getting hurt against the Raptors. I mean, there's just so many injuries throughout the
Chris Paul
playoffs
getting hurt
every
against the
season.
Warriors.
Chris Paul getting hurt against the Warriors, Bam and Tyler getting hurt against the Lakers in the bubble.
James Harden and Kyrie getting hurt against the Bucks.
I mean, every year somebody gets some type of luck with some injuries that happen to a team that they're playing on the way to a conference finals or a conference semifinals. PG getting hurt, or no,
Survival
I
of the
mean
fittest, man.
Kawhi getting hurt in 2021, and the Clippers having to go play the Suns without. Stop making that face now. Having to play the Suns without. Chill out. Having to play the Suns without Kawhi. Um, if Kawhi is there, they might be in the finals and they play the Bucks. And if KD or if James Harden and Kyrie don't get hurt, maybe they in the finals and it's the Nets versus the Clippers. It's a whole different history of two teams that one team that had to blow it up midseason, another team that might have to blow it up at the end of this season, depending on how this playoff goes. We ain't even talked about Kawhi's injuries yet. In terms of him missing probably the rest of the series because they're already down 3-1. So, but yeah, we can move on to Clippers and Suns since we're talking about Kawhi. Kawhi played the first 2 games, looked phenomenal. Maybe it was the first 3 games. Did he play first 3? It was the first 2.
First two.
First two
He missed the
games.
last two.
They stole game 1, lost game 2. Russ gave it all he had. Game 3 and 4, especially game 4, had a fantastic game. Norman Powell as well. They both played really well, but PG's already out. Kawhi is dealing with a knee issue that I feel like he had, or like I feel like this is the knee issue that he dealt with before he tore his ACL in 2021. Like he had knee swelling, and he like played through it, and he ended up tearing it. Or no, it was like they said that it was knee soreness, and he was missing the games, and then they didn't say it until a couple of games had passed, and then they said that he had torn it. But it just really sucks to see playoff series come down to stuff like this. Like, yeah, the Suns should have beat the Clippers anyway with no PG. But then you lose Kawhi, and Kawhi was playing fantastic basketball. I mean, he was showing why he's one of the best players in the league when he's healthy and when he's on the court. But he's also showing why availability is an ability. If you can't be available, you can't help your team win, and you can't help your team get to a championship. And it really just sucks to see all these players deal with these types of injuries because they work so hard, they work so tirelessly to make sure their bodies are ready for 100 plus games if they're trying to make it to an NBA Finals. Um, and players that have been told to hey, lay low this season. You don't have to play this many games. They do that and it still don't work out in their favor, and that shit sucks. But shout out to Russ, man. Russ has been playing really well. I'm glad to see his resurgence. He's playing at home, even though he was playing at home when he was with the Lakers. But it feels like the fans are behind him. The fans love him. The fans want him to be there. He's playing with confidence. He's playing with passion. He's playing with joy. All the things that we've seen Russell Westbrook play with for 98% of his career, we're seeing with him. We're seeing him play with the Clippers and the Suns. I mean, they haven't played great basketball yet, which is scary. I mean, they haven't played a great game as a team yet, and Devin Booker's playing one of the best players in the world. KD is still one of the best players in the world. Chris Paul is playing like he knows that this is his best opportunity to win a championship. And I feel like we say this every year with Chris Paul. He still finds a way to let that shit go. But it's looking like they'll play Denver in the second round, and that's when it'll really get interesting. So we'll see, man. I think the Clippers have a lot to think about in terms of what they're gonna do this offseason. What do you think? You think they're gonna blow it up, or do you think they just stand put and try to
With the
add some more
Clippers,
pieces? Yeah.
they need to.
You said what?
I said they need to. Man. They need to. Like I don't know. Kawhi and PG are at a point in their careers like they've been in the league long enough for just getting like that window is closing, man. Like how long are they going to sell us in the dream that Kawhi and PG are going to be the duo that does it for the Clippers? No,
Mm-hmm.
it's been what 3 years now, 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been what 3, right?
Yeah.
It's been 3 years, but see, it hasn't been a good 3 years either. It's like they get cooked in the bubble, get cooked in the bubble by Luka, right? Well, did they win that series?
No, they beat the Mavs, but they did get
They
cooked by
get
Luka. But they beat the
get
Mavs,
cooked
and
by
then
Luka, and they
then
got
they
cooked by
lost
damn
to
Devin Booker too. I remember
they
that game.
lost to oh well yeah that was before the playoffs, but
That was before, but yeah,
they lost to the Nuggets. They lost that 3-1 lead where Game 7 they didn't score for like 8 minutes
I
in a row.
remember. I remember. I
Or the
remember that.
first 7 minutes of the fourth quarter they didn't score. Lou Williams couldn't buy a bucket. Paul George couldn't buy a bucket. Kawhi couldn't buy a bucket. Motherfuckers was shooting off the top of the backboard and shit.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy.
And Kawhi goes out last season, comes back this season, low manages, and is out again, bro. Nah, load up, get picks. I mean, the people that are coming into the league in the next couple of years are, it's good talent coming into the league in the next couple of years. Capitalize off that or make some moves, do something, man. Like get this team younger, get young stars. Like they messed up trading Shea Gilgeous away. I mean, hindsight is 2020, but I mean, we were saying it back then. Shea Gilgeous was a dog, and he was gonna be good for that Clippers squad. Like my boy Kev, he's a Clippers fan. He was like, "Yo, how do we got Shea Gilgeous? Shea Gilgeous is tough. He's gonna be good." Look at Shea now, averaging 30 for the Thunder. I mean, Thunder ain't in the playoffs, but
They made it
imagine
play
Shea
in.
Gilgeous on that Clippers team, right? I mean, obviously they want to get Paul George because Paul George is part of the trade, but or was Paul George part of that trade? Am I tripping?
Say it again.
I said they want to have Paul George because Paul George part of that trade.
Yeah, Paul George. The reason that Shea was traded though because he was Paul
Yeah,
George.
yeah, yeah. But still, I mean, I don't know, man. Just things would have been different in LA. I mean, they didn't get a full season right either. That's another thing. But I mean, they're
Yeah.
trying to make it work with 3 vets.
I mean their best chance was the bubble year, and then
Mm-hmm.
well, I would say the COVID year, like the year before, like before COVID happened,
Before
it
COVID
looked
hit,
like
yeah.
it looked like an easy, like, all right, we're getting the conference finals, LA versus LA. Like those were the best
Yeah.
two teams in the West, possibly the best two teams in the league, along with Milwaukee that year. And then
And he had the Lakers number too.
Exactly. They were better when they matched
I
up
think
head
the
to head.
Lakers just now beat them
Yeah, they
after
were
beating
better
them
when
what
they matched
12
up head to
straight.
head.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm
And then
insane.
obviously, they lose to the Nuggets in embarrassing fashion. They fire Doc Rivers. They bring in Ty Lue. So they run it back in 2021, of course. PG and Kawhi are playing great basketball, especially in the playoffs. They both Kawhi goes crazy against Dallas in the first round. Ends up hurting his knee. Then they get to the Jazz. Paul George brings him back. I think they were down 3-1 and came back on the Jazz. Um, and then they played Denver, or not Denver, Phoenix, and found themselves down again and ended up losing the series. Um, but that was where people were like, okay, Paul George is back to being Indiana Pacers playoffs Paul George. And if you can get Kawhi to get with that, then you'll be fine. Obviously, Kawhi wasn't able to come back last year for the playoffs. Um, so that didn't work out. And now this year, PG is out and then Kawhi gets hurt. So it's really just like, all right, is it just a lot of bad luck? Like if they are able to stay healthy, can they win a championship? But then the question is, can they stay healthy? Do you want to keep trying and end up losing both of these players at some point for nothing? And I don't necessarily think that they'll go try to re-sign somewhere else because I think Kawhi just re-upped his deal not too long ago, so he's locked in, and PG locked in maybe a year before Kawhi did, or like the same year Kawhi did. So, um, really, it just comes down to what does Steve Ballmer want to do because they got that new arena. So, do you want to bring in new players and try to sell fans on all right, this is the direction we're going and try to get them into a new stadium, or do you want to keep going and try to say, hey, we're content, we just gotta add a couple more pieces and hope that we stay healthy and we'll get to a championship. But it's hard to say with just looking at it and based off hypotheticals because you can't say for sure that somebody's gonna stay healthy. And it's really unfair. I mean, on paper, the Clippers every year have a championship roster. They just by the time it gets to April, their two best players, or at least one of the two best players, is injured, whether it be physically or in the bubble. From what Paul George has said in the past, mentally. So you really just, I mean, it takes a lot of luck and it takes some different things. It takes playing through injury. It takes sacrificing and all types of different things to get to this point, to get to a championship, to win a championship. And it just looks like the Clippers are not going to be able to get to that level with this current roster, just because of the health issues that their two best players end up having.
Facts.
Uh, have we even
All
talked
right, and
about
then you
Eastern
got
Conference
what
teams?
else? We only talked
Um,
about we talked about Philly and Nets, and then we talked about Bucks Heat while Bucks Heat was going on.
yeah,
We ain't talk. Well, we ain't really gotta talk. What you call it? Minnesota
Boston, Atlanta.
and Denver.
Oh
We ain't
well,
talk Minnesota and
I'll
Denver.
touch on that. Jamal Murray's
Just real
playing
quick,
like
bro.
Bubble Murray. I hate Bubble Murray. It's just playoff Murray. Like Jamal Murray has played like this in the playoffs before. It wasn't just a bubble. Before his injury, he was playing really good basketball in the playoffs. It's what he's done. Every time he's been in the playoffs, he's stepped his game up, and every time a playoff series or like the playoffs, and people are like, "Oh, Jamal Murray's gonna be a All Star next year," and the reason that people believe that is because of the way that he plays in the playoffs. But he doesn't play that way in the regular season because you play with a guy like Jokic, you play with a guy like Michael Porter Jr., you play with a guy like Aaron Gordon, where everybody's touching the ball, everybody eats. But when you need somebody to go get you a bucket at any given moment, Jamal Murray is that dude that's going to go do it for you. So that's when the playoffs come around and you need tough shot makers. You need players that are not afraid to take tough shots and to be willing to miss tough shots and take that heat. That's when you're like, all right, this dude is different when it comes to these spotlight moments. And he's proved it time and time again. He's proved it in this series. He proved it in the bubble. He proved it the year after that before his injury. Um, Jamal Murray is a very talented scorer. He's a very, very tough shot maker. And like I said earlier, that's really what the playoffs is all about at a certain point. It's just making tough shots. Jokic had his best game of the series last night statistically, and they ended up losing. And Edwards said he did not want to get swept at all in his career, so he took this game super, super personally. He went to Cat's house last night. Apparently, I think he said Nikhil Alexander Walker and somebody else he said was all at Cat's house. Maybe the whole team was there, but he only mentioned them in the post game conference. And that he needed Nikhil Alexander Walker to shoot the ball, which he didn't do until overtime. But I just like to see Anthony Edwards taking initiative and trying to be a leader for a team that needs it. They're a talented team, but they're missing some things. They're missing a physicality. They're missing a grit and experience. And Anthony Edwards can't really bring the experience, but he can bring a grit. He can bring a physicality. So I'm curious. I'm interested to see how things go over the next couple of years for Minnesota and how they navigate Anthony Edwards and what he wants to do and what they want to do with him as their franchise player. Then we got Boston, Atlanta. Atlanta stole a game. I wouldn't say stole a game, but they got a game at
They got
home.
a game, man. Oh my gosh. We all thought that was gonna be a sweep, man. Even they got a game out of Boston.
That's tough, Joe.
They got a game out of Boston. You tell me they got a game out of Boston. 7-11 couldn't get a game out of Boston last year. You tell me Minnesota got a game out of Denver and 7-11 couldn't win the game last year, or the team this year couldn't win a game against Philly. All right, continue.
No, I don't really have much about this series. It's just coming down to
It's over.
Some defensive lapses from
Dejounte
Atlanta.
Murray suspended for next game. It's over.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, they was gonna
They
lose
suspend.
anyway
They
in
suspend Dejounte
Boston.
Murray. They suspend Draymond Green, but they ain't suspend Joel Embiid. So he missed the game
Yeah, he
anyway.
goes
So
in.
I mean,
Oh, see, that's the shit I be talking about. That's the shit I be talking about. Nobody
wow.
told Desmond Bain to pull up and shoot that fucking three. That's the shit I be talking about. That's not even a fast break. You slow it down, you find a play. You like those people don't think about it, but them are the shots that you end up losing the game because of later on. Like, oh, we lost by 3 points. Well, maybe if there was a couple of possessions where if we'd have just pulled it out and got a better play, or if we didn't shoot a dumb shot off a turnover or turn the ball back over off their turnover, we win the game. But motherfuckers be so damn happy to shoot the ball, they don't even be thinking about shit like that. And he like, oh nah, I'm gonna hit this pull up. No, you not. Y'all don't even got no type of momentum right now. It's a 1 point game. What the fuck are we doing? This shit doesn't make any sense. Ja, you better not see. That's what I'm talking about. Get to the rim, float game. Whoa, my god, damn. Sheesh, that boy hit all backboard. That shit better have been a alley oop. But yeah, I'm very interested to see how this Boston and Philly series is gonna go. This is the series that Embiid needs for his legacy. For real. I hate saying like legacy talking and all that shit, but Joel Embiid, like
No, definitely,
compared to other superstars, like he hasn't gotten
especially
the
in
same amount of criticism.
you know,
He has not gotten the same amount of criticism as like KD was getting before he won one. LeBron got one or before he got one. Melo his whole career. Even now, like players like Chris Paul still don't got one. James Harden don't got one. Fucking Tatum last year. Like Tatum was getting a lot of criticism for making it to the finals and struggling. And Joel Embiid ain't got no type of criticism for not making it to the finals. And it just really don't make no sense to me. I mean, people was like, "Oh, well, we're not gonna get an MVP to Jokic this year because he don't do nothing in the playoffs, and Embiid ain't done nothing in the playoffs. So why is he? Why is he the guy that y'all trying to give it to? That shit don't even make sense." Um,
Hold on. Dillon Brooks played 7 minutes and got two big old things of ice on his knees already.
you said what?
Dillon
Oh,
Brooks
you
played
saw that?
7 minutes. He
I
got
just saw
two
that
big
shit.
old things of ice on his knees.
I just saw that shit. That boy like 27. Nah, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Um,
Yeah, no.
yeah,
No, definitely, man. I mean, especially if he gets MVP this season, um, which they should be announcing probably before the next round. Um, doggone. I mean, Tariq's gonna be on his back, but I mean, him against Boston, you know how that history is. Him coming on saying, "Oh, it's not a rivalry. They always beat us." Like, come on, bro. Like, first off, that's a losing
it,
mentality. First off,
it
first
really
and
is.
foremost, that's a losing mentality. That's losing mentality. Like, prime example of being a loser. Talking about, oh, they always beat us, man. Ain't no rivalry, man. Man, get better. Lose to them.
Yeah.
I bring it up. Lose to the Celtics. I bring it up. So yeah, this is the chance for
Dude.
two of the best teams in the East to go at it. Because I don't know if Milwaukee getting past Miami.
I was just about to say the
After
way that
that,
the
after last
Milwaukee and
night,
Miami series is looking, if Joel
Milwaukee
Embiid
getting
can
past
get through,
Miami.
I was about to say if Joel Embiid can get through Boston, he won't have to go through Giannis to get to the finals. So there should be no excuse. And I know every year Joel Embiid has some type of injury or some type of he's been playing so hard, he's fatigued. He plays great in the first half of these playoff games, and then the second half comes around and he gets real quiet. But he has such a good first half, and his numbers already look so good that if he only puts 5 points up in the second half, he end the game with 31 and 17 or some shit like that. And it looked like he had a great game. But if you watch that second half, you don't see shit from Embiid. Them
Dog,
ser-
it's
the
crazy, dog.
series where
It's funny.
the series they lost against the Hawks, where
Yeah,
everybody
last
was
year.
talking
Well, not
about Ben
last year, a couple
Simmons.
years ago.
When everyone talked about Ben Simmons, no one talked about Joel Embiid in the second half of all of those games that they ended up losing. He was
None
not
at all.
good either. It was
None
not
at all.
just Ben Simmons, and they went straight to the podium and started shitting on Ben Simmons like he was the only reason they lost that series, and it was not. It was not the case. Joel
No,
Embiid was not good in the second half of any of those games, any of them, especially the ones they was losing. They was like, oh well, if Ben Simmons would have went up and dunked that ball, they still might have lost that game because Joel Embiid wasn't doing shit.
they lost 4 games. You got to lose 4 games to lose the series, man. That's on the whole team. I mean, Ben Simmons had his part in it, yes. Ben Simmons, whatever. But doggone, so did the rest of that team. So did Doc Rivers. He had his part in it. So did Embiid. He had his part in it. So did whoever else was on that roster, Tobias Harris. He had his part in it. Whoever. They all had their part.
Yep.
But yeah, it's crazy how how Eastern Conference Finals might be Boston, Philly, Miami, or the Knicks.
Yeah. The Knicks have a real shot.
Knicks
No
got a
cap.
real shot. I I love it and I hate it. I love it because it's New York, but I hate it because it's the Knicks. Knicks fans. Knicks and Nets have had this thing the last couple of years about whether Katie and Kyrie made a right decision going to the Nets. And every time some BS happened was the Nets, Knicks fans are laughing, he and ha ha, keying about it, talking about it, posting about it, talking, hanging banners up. Oh yeah, we didn't sign Katie and Kyrie, ha 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 ha. But they it's like yeah, cool, good that the Knicks get past the first round. Oh, it sucks that it's getting past first round. But now they're going to talk trash about getting past the first round, and I just hate it for Nets. I just hate it for the Nets, man. But it's whatever. It's cool. Um, I can appreciate it because it's good hoops. Jalen Brunson's been going crazy. In that game, what was it? Last game was it game 4? They already played 4 games, right? Or was it 3 games?
Say it again.
So they already played 4 games, right? Or is it 3 games? They have 3-1, right?
Yeah,
The Knicks.
guys are Knicks are up 3-1.
Knicks are up 3-1. Knicks are up 3-1. RJ Barrett had a hell of a game last game. He was hooping, man.
He had a good game 3 too.
I think that's the game I'm thinking of.
I think it is.
I think that's the game I'm thinking of. It's the game 3. Yeah, game 3. Yeah. I remember my uncle was at the game. My uncle faced my dad from the game. I was like, oh shoot, that's lit. But yeah, game 3. Doggone Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's nice, bro.
He's different.
Jalen Brunson. Listen, Nets fans don't cancel me. Jalen Brunson nice. I'm sorry.
It really is.
It is what it is. Jalen Brunson nice. It is. The thing about the Knicks for a long time is like, oh, they need their point guard. They need a point guard. They need a point guard. They tried Kimba. That
They
didn't
got
work.
him.
They tried. I'm trying to think who else
D
was like
Rose.
other point guards. D Rose. I mean, I remember Alfred Payton for a while was point guard, or I'm trying to think. I mean, they had Emmanuel Mudiay
Frank.
that they tried to make work. Creighton, yeah, Neil Aquina or whatever. Dennis Smith Jr. They finally traded for him when they should have drafted him. But I mean, I don't know. Dennis Smith Jr. had I don't say other problems. Just I don't know. Just dealt with other. I don't know. I think he found a fit, kind of.
I mean, they
Charlotte.
grabbed him, but they wasn't really trying to give him a real shot. So it wasn't even like he was.
I mean, they got a good coach now.
Trying to go with. They were still starting.
They got a good roster. They got a good system going on. It's good times in New York. Good basketball is being played. So I mean, they got a good nice young team with some good. I mean, Julius is a vet. Trying to think who else are the vets on that team. You got Julius. Mitchell Robinson's healthy. That's been big for them.
He's been probably. I could argue he's been. Actually, I wouldn't even argue. I think he's been. Oh yeah, I would argue he's been the third best player in the series. I would say Jalen Brunson, Donovan, and then between Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart, third best player in the series.
Josh Hart, what an addition, man! Oh my gosh, Listen, I got to see the Knicks right after the trade deadline. So the Knicks after their moves, and then there was the Nets after their moves. I don't want to talk about the Nets play, but the Knicks played really good. Knicks played really good that game. Knicks played really good that game. Josh Hart made an impact right away. And you could tell, I don't know, it's just something, maybe it's the Villanova connection, but it's just something between, like, I don't know, just how he fit into that offense, man. Jalen Brunson's really a dog, bro. He's really a dog. So, yeah, the Knicks got their guy in Jalen Brunson. And everybody questioned that move during the offseason. They thought he got overpaid. They thought what is this move? Oh, he's a second option on the Mavericks. What's going on? Like, what's that? Whatever. Listen, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know because his pops is part of the organization. I don't know what brought it out of him, but something.
When you can get a point guard that is steady, is gonna make the right plays, gonna get you in the right sets, is gonna compete on both sides of the ball, and can make tough shots, and has got I don't want to say got a bag, but can create for himself and create for others. There's not much more you can ask for. Like, he's the top 10 point guard in the league right now, and I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I don't have a list of point guards in my name. I don't have a list of point guards in front of my face right now, but if somebody gonna be, oh well, so and so's in there. Well, he got to move.
Ron just traveled.
Jalen Brunson's for sure a top 10 point guard in the league this season and in this playoff run.
For sure.
And I would say even dating back to last year's playoff run with Dallas. I mean, he was cooking Utah last year when Luka got hurt.
Yeah.
So, here come Bron. I think
Jalen Brunson also this year.
Jalen Brunson, very underrated player. Underappreciated for a while he was in Dallas. And he was very much like Tyus Jones. And I don't think Tyus Jones has the scoring ability that Jalen Brunson does, but I think Tyus Jones could bring that to a team that really needs a point guard and can use like a, before Westbrook, a Clippers team could have used a player like Tyus Jones. Um, I mean, the Clippers could have used Jalen Brunson. Um, that would be a big help to them right now. But yeah, man, I mean, he went to New York and he fit in right away. The Knicks fans loved him. He was one of the best players in the fourth quarter all season. He was hitting tough shots. He was getting fanfare all over the place. And when you're in New York, it's either gonna be really good or it's gonna be really bad. When you're really bad, they're gonna let you know. When you're really good, they're gonna let everybody know.
Oh
So
yeah, that back page, bro. That back page
mm-hmm,
of the Times, man, it's gonna expose you.
for sure.
Back page. Well, is it back page or the front page? I don't know.
It's normally the
I don't
front
know.
page, I feel like.
I think it's front. I don't know. But I thought the back page was where the sports was.
But man, the
I don't know.
Cavs,
Somebody from New York let
they
me
really
know. But
disappointed me.
yeah,
The Cavs are really disappointing me. I mean, they started game 3. They missed 7 3-pointers in the first 9 minutes. Darius Garland was 1 of 11. I think he was 1 of 12 halfway through the second quarter. Um, and both teams didn't shoot well in game 3 to start the game, but the Knicks went on a run and that was over. RJ was efficient. He had 19 points in that game. Brunson had 21. Harden quickly combined for 24. Um, in that game, Darius Garland shot 4 for 21, and that's just you can't have that. Game 4 he played better. But the Cavs bench, there's just nothing there. I mean, they put Karis LeVert in the starting lineup, so that leaves almost no scoring to your bench. I mean, you got Chetty Osman. That's your best guy that you can put the ball in his hands and hope something happens. Um, and that's kind of sad. They're gonna have to improve the bench this year. They're a team that has all NBA talent in Donovan Mitchell, all star talent in Darius Garland, potentially all star talent in Evan Mobley, and a an elite rim protector in Jared Allen. Now, Jared Allen has not played well in this series at all. Evan Mobley is his youth is showing in a series like this, showing that he needs to bulk up a little bit. He needs to get a little bit stronger. Needs to be a little bit more confident in his offensive game. He's been easy to move off his spots. Um, so it looks like the Cavs are gonna be a first round exit, which I was not expecting coming into the season. Not even, I mean, even coming into the playoffs, I wasn't expecting them to lose the series. I thought it would be close, but I didn't think the Cavs would be losing. But I mean, being down 3-1, you either got to put up or shut up. You either go home or you make a run. So we'll see what happens. I think Cleveland, if they come out with a lot of energy in game 5, they could turn this series around. Because, I mean, it sounds like a lot when it's 3-1, but it really, I say this every year, it only takes one game. It takes you to win one game, and then you put the pressure back on the other team. So you just got to win game 5, put the pressure back on the other team. If you can win game 6, then it's anybody's ball game in a game 7. So we'll see what happens in that series. Let's see. That might be all of the series. Let's see, make sure we didn't miss nobody. That's
I think
everybody.
that's
All
everything.
right. Yeah, that's everybody in terms of the NBA and the playoffs.
Something else to talk
Hopefully we
about.
don't get no more injuries. Ime Udoka is the coach of the Rockets.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be an interesting fit.
Victor Wembanyama declared for the draft officially.
Which
Shocker.
that ain't news. What's your boy name? Nick Nurse got fired by the Raptors, so I'll be interested to see what direction they go since they're not going Ime Udoka's route. And Nick Nurse was supposedly the
Leading candidate for
Rockets.
the Rockets. Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposedly being looked at by the Rockets, and they pulled the trigger on Ime Udoka. So maybe Nick Nurse wasn't trying to coach a young team. Maybe he wants to go into a front office type of role. Who knows? I think Detroit is currently without a coach, if I'm not mistaken. But Dwayne Casey decided, or they mutually decided to move Dwayne Casey into a front office role. So, we'll see how those shake up. There's some Damian Lillard rumors out there about him being traded to the Nets. But it's Damian Lillard. This happens every summer, so I'm not going to put too much stock into it quite yet until we see some actual traction in terms of that.
Yeah, but I'm putting stock into it. Not a lot of stock into it, but a little stock into it. Only because this is like the real first time this has really been like talks. I mean, there's always been talks about him like maybe leaving in terms of like free agency, whatever. But then it's like, all right, yeah, Mr. Loyal stuff, not whatever. But it's like now, they shut him down a little early in the season, whatever. And it's like Dame is tired of it. He's tired of coming up short, tired of first round, he's tired of not making the playoffs or whatever. Like this is what second year in a row they missed the playoffs.
Say it again.
So this second year in a row they missed the playoffs. Or did they make the playoffs last year?
Portland?
Yeah. I think they missed it, right?
Playoffs last year? I think they
I
made
think they
it.
missed it because they had a high draft pick, right? They had to have missed it. I think Damian Lillard was at the draft lottery.
Yeah.
I think they
Yeah,
had.
they
Yeah.
got Shane Sharp at what, 8? So
Yeah.
yeah, I think they did miss the playoffs last year.
Yeah. So yeah.
Someone told me that Dame did make the playoffs, but I don't think he did. I think they was in the play-in.
No.
I can't remember though.
But yeah, no. So reports are out there that Dame Lillard, wants to play Mikal Bridges and Mikal are close outside of the league, whatever. I mean, outside of playing their friends off the court. It's a video of them dancing, turning up in some function. But he sat courtside at the Nets game. And this was the first game that he attended, like during his playing career, that wasn't his own. First game that he attended. And he was gonna go to the next game too, because he was in New York handling business, right? Like this is all from Chris Haynes. He's in New York handling business. He has an album coming out next month. And like finishing touches, getting features and stuff, studio work, whatever. He's pictured with Spike Lee last week. What was that this week? He's pictured with Spike Lee during his trip too. But yeah, he was in New York handling business, attended the Nets game courtside, and then he was trying to attend the Knicks game, but the Knicks couldn't fulfill the seating arrangement for him that he wanted, that he desired, whatever. So he didn't go because they couldn't fulfill his request. So yeah, might be another case of the Knicks dropping a ball again, but I don't think he would be going to the Knicks anyway because of what the Knicks have going on with what's bro name? Jalen Brunson, and just how that team looks in general at the moment. So I don't think they're trying to bring Dame in, but Nets do need a point guard. And Dame could be that solution for the Nets, with this young team. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else NBA related.
You said NBA related? No.
All right, let's get into the W. Got a couple things to talk about with W.
Before we go W, let's go transfer portal, and then we can get into the W and tie in the women's college basketball.
Transfer portal.
So first off,
transfer portal is crazy.
Les Taylor to Ohio State. That's a big move. I mean, if y'all don't know, if y'all haven't seen JC Sheldon play basketball yet, which I'm sure some of y'all have because y'all watched the tournament.
Gotta say they were in
her next to Celeste Taylor. It's got to be the fastest backcourt in the country. I mean, you put them in a race, and I can't even tell you who. But JC, fast. I mean, Celeste Taylor's length for her size, her athleticism, JC's athleticism. That's gonna be super fun to watch. Leading that press. The Ohio State runs that's been giving teams problems for the last 2 seasons. I'm really excited to see how that looks, especially with Cody McMahon, Taylor Theory. That's a very athletic starting five. I mean, there's only four starting five, but that's a very athletic starting four. I mean, you got to throw a five in there and just let them go to work. Lexi Donarski chose North Carolina. I thought was pretty interesting. But I mean, she's a player like a that's that fits that mold. There's been a couple players that are similar to Lexi Donarski in North Carolina's system and program the last couple of years. So I'm a little surprised by it, but I don't think it's a terrible fit. Cheyenne Day Wilson went to Miami. Not necessarily sure of that fit. I mean, we saw players like Destiny Harden and Jasmine Roberts, excel, but a lot of the players that they had ended up leaving. Destiny Harden went to the draft, and obviously, I mean, people are gonna say the Cavaliers wins, but I mean, they're no longer there as well. So it opens up for Cheyenne Day Wilson to, be the be the leader of a team and see what she can do in terms of her offensive game and being an offensive juggernaut. Um, Lauren Park Lane went to Mississippi State. Lauren Gustin entered the portal. She led the country in rebounds. Anissa Morrow went down to her final three, which were South Carolina, USC, and LSU.
I don't think it was LSU. Let me see. Or was it
That was the
LSU?
last one. I think it was LSU. I think it was LSU, South Carolina, and because somebody said if Angel Reese and Anissa Morrow on the same team, ain't nobody getting rebounds. Um, so yeah, I think that's her final three. I could be wrong about the LSU one, but I'm pretty sure she said LSU was the third one. Notre Dame's fans were a little upset. They wanted either Anissa or Lauren Betts. Lauren Betts ended up going to UCLA, teaming up with Kiki Rice. So the last
Oh
two,
no, it wasn't. It was LSU.
I think, or number one and number two recruits from last season are now playing on the same team at UCLA. So I'm very excited to see how that goes. Players like Gabby Jaquez and Charisma Osborne coming back for her fifth season. So, and the interesting thing about this is players like Cheyenne Day Wilson transferring to Miami. She's staying in conference, so she's gonna play Duke twice. Lauren Best is gonna
Yeah.
play. Lauren Best is gonna play Stanford twice, possibly three times in the conference tournament. So
Wait,
these
where
players,
Lauren Best go to?
UCLA, yeah. So these players are leaving the schools they're at, and they're staying in conference because they're like, hey, I want to stay, close to where, I want to stay with what I know, and I'm
Yeah.
not afraid to have to go play the team that I'm leaving. So more
Yeah.
power to them. But Anissa Morrow and Haley Van Lith will be the big um droppers and game changers. Tina, we already mentioned that Tina Pau went to is going to
South
South Carolina,
Carolina.
which I think is a
Birdie
great
flew in the
fit.
nest.
I think it's a great fit. I think her and Raven Johnson could play together on the floor. I think Tina
Ooh
Pau is.
wee.
I truly think Tina Pau is one of the best point guards in the league. So I think her in the country, not the league. So her being able to play on this national stage. I mean, Oregon's a national stage, but playing on the South Carolina team with Don Staley as your coach, and playing in that system, playing with those players that you have all that athleticism and that height, and all the rebounding and all that you're gonna get the South Carolina teammates. I think she's gonna excel, and that's gonna help her even more for her next step of trying to get into the W. Now, speaking of the W, I do want to shout out to the Minnesota Lynx. They did a really good job of introducing Bree Bill, Dorothy Uhas, um,
Diamond
said that
Miller.
and I forgot the Diamond Miller.
And
There
somebody
was
else,
another
right?
player too. There's somebody else too, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I apologize.
Their rookie
Um,
class.
but they made sure that they introduced all the players. They gave them a full press run and made them feel really important. Um, Leah Boston got to Indiana today. Um, they also made her feel really welcome, made her feel important. So I love to see, the teams and the front offices trying to make or doing their best to make sure that their draft picks feel welcome and feel wanted and feel important. Now to the real conversation that I've been waiting to have for a while.
Yes.
So there was a survey about, or there was a survey with women's college basketball players about how many of them watch the WNBA, conducted by The Athletic. And it's an anonymous poll, so obviously there's no names. We don't know. Now, so the percentage goes from, all right, so it's got rank one, or how many, the amount of games of not much was 26%. So that was the highest amount. The second highest amount is half. So this is asking women's college basketball players how many games they've watched the last season, which was 36 games last year. So 26% of them watched not much, which means 2 to 6 games. 17% of them watch half the games, which is 7 to 9 games, which is not even half. 14% is almost all, which means let's see, that is 29 plus games. 13% watch none. 3/4.
And that's the fourth.
Yeah,
That's the fourth highest on this.
Yeah, 3/4 watch 11%. 1/4 watched 11%. 8% watched only playoffs. So that is telling me that even players that are playing the game currently don't even support the league that's in front of them or that's parallel to them. And it's not paying respects to the women that are parallel to them or that are, working every day to make sure that they have something that they can aspire to go to. My only thing
is a poll of over 120 players.
Yes. My thing is the ones that want to go pro, if you want to go pro, I don't understand why you're not watching. Because you want to be there. So you want to see what it's like. You want to understand as much as you can about something before you jump into it. You want to scout the players. You want to see the players. You want to know what players you're going to go against. You want to know what players you might see in training camp that you got to beat out. Like, okay, if I watch enough of these games, I know that this player likes to go right. This player likes to go left. This player has a certain move that they like to get to when they're on a certain part of the court. You don't know that if you're not paying attention, so you getting cooked in training camp because you don't know nothing about these players. There's nothing wrong with looking at the NBA players, but when they ask you, "Oh, who'd you look up to?" or who'd you pat in your game after, and y'all only say men's players, it just sounds really weird because, obviously, like I can understand people saying KD and a Steph or something like that. There are a lot of players that have the same type of shot making that KD does. Elena Deladon has great shot making. Brianna Stewart has great shot making. Asia Wilson, Diana Taurasi, Candace Parker is very versatile. There's so many different players with so many different archetypes in the WNBA that it just, I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way when these players don't really give the respect to the women that they're either gonna have to play against, or they just, since they're not gonna make the league, they don't want to pay attention to it. Which it doesn't really make sense. And it's like, how do you expect fans to watch your game if you're not even supporting the next game that you're trying to get to? So say Sabrina wasn't watching
That's
WNBA games, but she wanted people to watch her in the WNBA. But you didn't watch the WNBA this season before you came in. So how can you tell somebody else to watch it when you yourself don't watch it?
I don't know. I
It
feel
just
like that's a
doesn't make
little
sense.
different. But I mean, I know you used to bring that as an example, but I mean, like you said, that's an example. No telling what her viewership was before she made it to the league. But this is out of 120 players, more than 120 players. And we all
Mm-hmm.
know out of those 120 players, maybe a good 15 of them are going to see a WNBA roster, which is sad to even say. Because there's what, 12 times 3, there's 36 draft picks every year. So like half of those draft picks will see a WNBA roster, and even half of those players will see valuable minutes in the league or make an impact in the league or be a future star in the league.
So
So
you
I
think
get it.
that do you
I
think college
get why the
men's college
results.
players don't watch the NBA?
Oh, they definitely do.
So what's the
But
difference?
I'm saying, I get no. There's no difference. But I'm saying I get the results of why they are what they are because a lot of them might not feel like they have the same opportunity to get to there, right? Because there's not a lot of opportunities for them out like after college. A lot of players are electing to stay in college because of the fact that they don't have a guaranteed spot to go to the WNBA. As far as like NBA, guys are leaving, and if they don't make it, they'll be a G leaguer.
So since you don't have a guaranteed spot, you choose not to support it. That don't really make sense to me. It just don't.
I mean, I don't
I
know what they
mean,
pulled. I
do they
don't know
realize
what
they're doing the
role
same
these
thing
players
that
play
the
on their
fans do in
team,
the
and I don't
comments?
know what these players' plans are after school. But it just seems like I don't know. I'm looking at this right, and you see that 26%, the biggest percent out of the whole chart. 20%, 26% don't watch the league. Majority of the league. I mean, majority of it doesn't watch the league. So it's like, yeah, it's like you can't. I don't know. I see what you're saying now. How are you supposed to? How are we supposed to support you and y'all whenever you don't even support the league itself? And
And like,
it's a weird dynamic,
there's
man.
different ways. I mean, like, so you have players that are like, oh, and the W definitely has some ways to go. Like, I talk about this almost every week. The W still has a way to go, and they have things they need to
Definitely.
improve on.
Mm.
But that doesn't mean that the W is not a good place for players to end up going. Like, it's just not enough spots, and that's the rough part about it. But
Yeah,
it's not like, oh, if you do this, you ain't gonna be able to live. That's just not the case.
yeah.
But obviously, you're gonna live more comfortably if you stay in college because everything is paid for. You're on charter flights. You're getting money now.
Mm.
But in doing that, you're also putting down the W because you're like, oh, I won't get these endorsements in the W. You could. You're gonna have to put yourself out there, which is why you do that in college, so that when you get to the WNBA, you already have those endorsements, and then you just add on to the ones you already have.
Well,
A
yeah,
player
yeah.
like Asia Wilson doesn't play overseas.
No,
She doesn't have a different job, so she's getting all her money from endorsements. See, you can't tell me that players can't make money just off endorsements and not have to play overseas when Asia Wilson's been doing it. I don't remember Asia Wilson ever playing overseas.
she played overseas one season. That
I
was
didn't even remember. I didn't even know that.
I didn't remember either, but she played overseas one season, and that was it. Like, I mean, I think
And
it's
after
other
that, she was
reasons
like,
why
"I'm
she
good."
didn't play. She doesn't play overseas, but I mean, I feel like her being the face of the league and receiving the deals that she receiving in terms of like Nike commercials and Ruffles commercials and whatever else that she's in. I know she modeled for
Even
Skims
if she
a
does
while
something at
back.
South Carolina, like it don't even like it. Just I don't know, man.
Oh no, I just know that. I don't know. I saw in the interview. So you had Flau'jae and what's her name? Flau'jae and Angel Reese.
Angel.
they were on the Breakfast Club this morning, and they're talking about like just how like NIL whatever, college whatever, like Charlamagne asked them, they plan on getting to the league and to the dub. And it's like, yeah, we want to get to the WNBA, but it's like they got some stuff they gotta fix. They got some stuff like we gonna enjoy our time in college first. Like we gonna take our years of eligibility, we gonna enjoy our college, we gonna enjoy our NIL, make money because like it's crazy that we're making more money than they making. Andrews is the highest paid NIL athlete, and she's making millions of dollars. The highest paid WNBA player doesn't make millions of dollars from their contract alone. Like it's insane. I mean, it has to get to a point like hopefully, and that's something that they said too. Like Charlamagne was like, "Yeah, you guys are probably going to be the generation that changes the W, like between like you know, Angel, Caitlin, Flau'jae, what you call it, Paige, and even people from this class that are in the league now. They're going like this class of athletes, women athletes, are going to change the league. It's going to be to a point where they're going to have to change the league, because they're stars. They're already stars before they step foot on the WNBA stage, before their name is even drafted, even called. These women are stars. They got to get treated as such, man. I mean, it's crazy how they gotta they barely get in charter flights, or they get in charter flights for like in certain stipulations, certain circumstances and stuff now. And the numbers have been there. The numbers have been there. The numbers are increasing. So hopefully it's a step. All right. The moves that they made this year is a step. Charter flights is a step. Baby step, but it's a step. All right. They gotta, well, what? CBA negotiations are what, in 2026? I think. But they need to change that now, bro. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like W is probably the only league where professional athletes aren't making $1 million. One of the only leagues where professional athletes aren't making $1 million. NBA, they're making millions, multi-millions. MLB, multi-millions. NFL, multi-millions. NHL, multi-millions. I mean, I know those are men's leagues,
I was gonna
but
say you're
this
comparing, but you're also comparing these to leagues that have been here for 50, 60, 70 years.
that is also true. The
That's
WNBA
unfair
is
to
only
compare it to.
27 years old.
Your best comparison would be the National Women's Soccer League. Tell me the salaries for those and compare it to that.
You
Because
make
that's been around just as, I mean, not just as long, but the National Women's Soccer League has been out for, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 years. So it's not like there's a ton of, but they've been getting great, they've been getting very good um,
compensation
endorsements, and they've been getting
endorsements. Yeah.
help from sponsorships and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
they've been getting sponsorships that the W just hasn't gotten. But the W also is on ESPN. The National Women's Soccer League is not. So
Yeah. And now I don't know how I feel about this Ion deal for the W, man. I don't even know if I even got Ion. I remember the last time I turned on Ion. I think the last time I saw Ion was my mom watching Criminal Minds back in the day. But
what do you have? What cable company y'all got?
I got Xfinity. I'm pretty
You
sure
got
I
it.
have Ion.
You definitely have Ion. All you
But
gotta do is search for it. It ain't hard.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure I got it. But it's like I feel like that's just another hurdle for people to watch the game, because the game is on so many different channels. NBA is on local stations, ESPN, TNT, NBA TV. It's 4 channels.
Okay, so
Now you got
National Women's Soccer League started in 2012,
uh
and
plus 11 years.
yeah, so um, the minimum salary 35,000, maximum salary 75,000, salary cap is 1 million. So
Mm.
they make around the same amount of money.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, because I mean, I would rather compare it to that than leagues that have been
Men's
around for
leagues,
50,
yeah.
60, 70 years.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's unfair to compare to those type of leagues. And I feel like
Because I mean, if you look at 2000s, or
mhm.
you even look at the money that Scottie Pippen made, or the money that Michael Jordan made compared to now, that's a crazy amount of money. Like
Oh yeah, because I
they
remember
was
Mike
they
Conley had the
Scottie,
biggest NBA contract ever over
and it was
Michael
like
Jordan.
150.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
I mean,
gonna
it's
take time
growing,
for those to
but
happen.
I feel like I don't know, man. I think where the product is heading and where I don't know, I'm just hopeful. Hopefully things change with the W to where the product brings in the revenue that they are looking for and that they deserve. But
I
yeah,
mean, I
they just
like
did
the
a new
Ion
deal with
deal.
Ion for
I
Friday
think it's
night
good. I
games.
mean, you have a television deal with a network that is giving you an entire night, even an evening, for just WNBA games. I think that's a great start. I mean, Ion isn't
It's
the
not
the sexy.
appealing,
It's not the sexy name television
not
wise,
appealing by any means.
but I saw a thing the other day that says ratings wise, they get watched more than TNT and TBS throughout the day.
Mm,
Like, why can't Ion be WNBA's TNT?
mm,
They got ESPN, they
mm-hmm.
got ABC, and then they got their NBA on TNT nights. So now they got ESPN, they got ABC, they got Amazon, they got CBS Sports, and now they have Ion
You said they
and
got
WNBA on
NBA.
Ion.
No, you say you got NBA TV, got
Mm-hmm.
Amazon, ESPN
Mm-hmm.
networks,
Mm-hmm.
CBS networks.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And you
five.
got League Pass.
And you got
And
League
you
Pass.
got League Pass,
League
which
Pass,
League
hey,
Pass,
League Pass needs to improve this year. All right, League Pass needs to improve this year. I'm tired. Listen.
I don't
These are
disagree.
the improvements that need to be made for League Pass this year. League Pass needs to have where you can watch condensed games. Okay, need those condensed games. I mean, I think they had a condensed game feature or something like that last year, but I don't know. They need condensed games. Condensed games. Okay, need easy to navigate. You know, I don't want to have to go to the home screen every time I go back it had to scroll all the way through what I was looking through just for you to put me back at the beginning when I go back to the home screen again? No,
Mm-hmm.
that needs to change. Blackouts. I hate I hate that there's blackouts. I mean, I understand that there's
I
blackouts.
mean, they can't really help that.
They can't help
That's
that.
just
But at
where
the
you
same
live.
time, it's like people that not stream, people that have like non-traditional cable, like YouTube TV or Hulu, whatever. Oh, get that out of here. But blackouts kind of kill it because some people can't access some of the channels that the league is on in their local area, you know?
I
So
mean, that happens in NBA League Pass too. Like,
yeah,
I can't. I didn't get to watch any Washington Wizards games. I have to find a different way to watch Mystics games every year.
yeah.
It just depends on where you at. If you're worried about blackout, then you just being lazy, in my opinion. Because like depending on where you at, you have the channel for that. You don't need League Pass. You have the channel on your cable or on your YouTube TV. You have the channel that already has that. You either have a Fox Sports or you have an NBC or you have whatever channel it is that the team is playing on. If if I want to watch the Mystics, I can watch on cable. I can watch on NBC Sports. That's how I'm gonna watch it. That's how
Yeah.
I watch the Wizards if I want to watch the Wizards. I didn't want to watch the Wizards, so I didn't. But if I want to watch the Mystics, which I will, I'll watch on NBC. I'm not gonna be able to watch them on League Pass. For you,
Yeah.
it'd be the Dream. You won't be able to watch the Dream on League Pass, but you can
No.
go to your TV and you can watch the Dream on TV.
I'm
If
about
somebody's like, "Oh well, I don't know how to watch Las Vegas," go to your channels, go to your scroll through, and look. It's not that difficult. If you really
it's
want to
not.
watch, you'll figure
Yeah.
it out. Some
Yeah.
stuff is just not a big deal. Some people
It's
just think,
not that big
"Oh,
of a
I
deal.
don't know what we're gonna do about this." Like blackouts happen in everything. Blackouts happen in baseball, hockey, football. It don't matter where you at. It's gonna happen because cable providers are gonna make you choose theirs instead of letting you use something else. So Like if you were able to use League Pass for every game, including the ones that are 30 minutes from you or that are in your region, those places would make no money.
Yeah.
There would be no Fox Sports in Miami or Orlando or fucking, I don't know, Indiana. Like, because you can just watch on League Pass. So you don't have to watch on that channel. But you're still watching the same feed anyway. The feed isn't any different. You're still watching Indiana's feed or Atlanta's feed or Miami's feed or Las Vegas' feed. You're still watching the same feed. It's just on a different channel. It's just, are you able to watch it on your phone or iPad, or are you gonna watch it on the TV? I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's facts. But all in all, the pass needs to improve this year. The app needs to
No,
improve.
there definitely needs to be improvements. I do agree with that.
Needs to be smooth. I don't know. It's no way that the NBA League Pass app is solid, but need the same developers to improve the W app. But yeah, can't wait. We're less than a month away from the regular season. Training camp is starting soon. We already talked
5
about
days, I
certain
believe.
players are already reporting to the teams. There's footage today of Grace Berger passing the ball to Aaliyah Boston.
I still haven't seen
that a lot.
like, oh, this is Haley Jones' number, even though she's wearing number 7. But I haven't seen no tweet saying, "Oh, this is
Number
the jersey
7.
number."
That's kind of tough.
Oh, I
That's
already
kind of
told.
tough.
Yeah.
I wish they came out with City Edition, not City Edition, Rebel Edition jerseys.
So that
I was looking for
that was the thing that brought a lot of attention to the W that they need to keep going from year to year.
Oh man, they had so much potential doing like a new Las Vegas one. Like one that was like black and red, opposed to like the red one. I mean the red one is nice. I got the red one. The black one's on the way, right?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, like combining the black and red or something with like poker chips or playing cards or something, felt like would have been tough.
Yeah.
Like some casino type vibe.
Yeah, that would definitely be tough. Don't you dare shoot that.
Or do something involving the strip,
Every time Dillon Brooks shoot that shit, bro. Every fucking time.
Can't wait for the W season, man. Y'all know who to tune into when that comes around. And if you don't know, now you know. But yeah. But I ain't got nothing else, man. This late.
God, it's so tough. Yeah, man, even if they don't necessarily think they're going to the W, I would rather than try to support the women. I mean, you're a woman that plays sports and you see all the comments in yours and any post that is made regarding women's sports. And you can't even argue it because you don't watch it either.
Mm-hmm.
Like you may not necessarily feel the same way, but the way you treat the W means you feel the same way that those men do. Women don't even women aren't huge sports fans, but they like if they do watch, they don't even think about watching women's sports.
No, I see all the time
watch football. Let's watch basketball.
I see all the time how it'd be one woman on the TL that's fake outrage about how people don't celebrate. I mean, people don't watch the W. And then it's like, bro, you don't even watch yourself.
Don't watch it either.
No, but somebody got cooked recently. Somebody got cooked because DJ Carrington was talking about the W or talking about viewership or something like that. And bro was like, I bet you didn't even watch it.
All right.
Bro told DJ Carrington he bet that DJ Carrington doesn't tune into the W.
That's my cue for the night.
And then she just quoted it and was like, yo, who gonna tell him? and he got cooked.
Yeah,
He either ended up deactivating his page or going on private.
that's
Because
my
he got
pick for the
cooked
night.
so bad for that. I mean, but hey, now they took verification away for people that aren't
And then
paying
they brought it back.
Twitter Blue, so you can't tell who's real and who's fake.
But then they brought it back.
Did they?
They've given it back to a lot of people.
I
Like
mean,
some
people
people are
that
like,
like
"Oh, I'm not paying for
they
that
gave it
shit."
back, but see, they said that they subscribed to Twitter Blue. Cause I saw whatchamacallit? I saw Kenny said he was like, bro, I never pay for Twitter Blue.
Who?
Kenny Beecham.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'd never pay for Twitter Blue or whatever. And then what's the guy name? Is it Steven Spielberg?
Who?
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, the director.
The
That's
director,
his
the one
name.
that's in the wheelchair, I think.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah. He even tweeted. He was like, I didn't pay for Twitter Blue, nor did I give a phone number. I don't know why it says that when you click my verification number. Verification.
Yeah,
And then you could, bro, you could pay for verification on Instagram now too.
that's
It's getting
crazy.
bad in these streets, man. Got time to go for social media, man. That's all that's telling me. Is to limit my time on social media.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's terrible.
But yeah, man. Y'all know where to tune in. Y'all know where to find us at. But if you don't know, you can find me at. You see the underscore right there. I mean, you see the @ right there on Twitter and TikTok. And then
Y'all like, share, and subscribe.
yeah, do all that. Dang, I ain't even, bro. I forgot the shout out, bro. I forgot the shout out. I gotta start remembering the shout out. Shout out to Most Plessy Media, all the good folks over there. Yeah, till next time. Peace, love, positivity.
Appreciate y'all.